Hello everyone, we are from Group 9, Section 6. Today we are going to present about fire in Hospital Sultanah Aminah, HSA. Together with me is Afifah Maisarah Binti Asmadi, Amirah Binti Jidin, Nurul Aliah Binti Nordin, and me, Najihah Binti Mohamed Fauzi. Did you know on 25 October 2016, a tragic fire has happened in the ICU South ICU ward at HSA? It killed 6 people and many patients injured. Also, the staff injured because of the fire. Why this happened? Because the capacitor in the pendulum lamp is broken and it gives a spark, and then the environment inside the ICU ward is rich with oxygen because it is leak, and then the explosive come and explosive happen at that. Also, the old wiring at the HSA can be one of the factor the fire happened spreadly widely. Okay, HSA was built in 1938, which is it can cause the outdated infrastructure compared to the modern hospital nowadays. And then also the wiring inside the building also outdated, right? So because of that, there's 19 fire incident recorded in between 1990 until 2016, but the incident was ignored because they assume the incident is small and cannot be taken seriously. So in 1996, the maintenance was outsourced, leading to weak oversight. Okay. Mm, Most importantly, in 2010, there are requests for rewiring for HSA but was rejected due to budget constraint. This decision create high risk environment just to save the money. Okay.
Now I will continue on the innovation and technology part. At HSA, the hospital suffered failures, or what you can call it as technical debt. This is the risk that grows every year when they delay by fixing all equipment that needed to be fixed just to save some money. At HSA too, the 15 years old wires lost their insulation, or we can call it as protective skins. This can cause electrical arcing where electricity jumps across gaps and creating that high heat sparks. But the biggest gaps here was the lack of electrical health monitoring, or we can call it as EHM, where EHM actually is like a heart monitor for wiring in the building. These sparks were invisible inside the walls until the fire sparks. So at the HSA, we were blind to the danger because we didn't have this monitor and it will cause a failure in certain buildings wiring. Environmental technology also failed. We found that oxygen leaks in the ceiling create an oxygen enriched atmosphere. This is very dangerous. So in these conditions, normal materials like plastic and also PVC pipes can burn with explosive speed. Furthermore, we identified a structural failure. Holes drilled for internet and also IT cables in the past were never actually sealed properly with fire stop materials, so it will cause the leaking part. And this also create a chimney effect where it will allow smoke to leak into safe areas and also trap the patients. So to prevent this, we actually propose Industry 4.0 solutions where we need an IoT sensors where it can smell oxygen leaks, which is a gas sensor, and it will also create a trigger automatic shut off valves to cut the gas supply instantly. We also recommend thermal imaging to find hidden hot spots in the electrical panels. Finally, by using digital twin BIM, allow us to have a 3D map that can track the exact where age and health of every wire and pipe that it has been used in the hospital, moving us from fixing what's broken to actually predicting what might fail in the future.
Now we move to the strategic analysis and choices. There is a three alternative and constraint, which is full rewiring, smart monitoring, and better safety team. However, they were stuck in a management conflict. Procurement rules often force manager to pick the cheapest bid instead of the safest one. There was also a constraint that hospital must stay open 24/7, making a major repairs difficult to schedule. Next, if you look at the modern hospital like Hospital Shah Alam, they use fire rate materials and automatic sprinklers. And best practice include the smart suppression using water mist that kill fire without destroying expensive medical computers. We also suggest safe bidding, where safety is priority over the lowest cost. Our main proposed solution is a centralized safety authority, which is this team should have the power to bypass paperwork and fix dangerous issue immediately. This also must be backed up by a risk-based budgeting, which is dedicated annual fund that are reserved only for safety upgrades in a high-risk zones like ICU.
Next, we move to engineering ethics, management class concept. We have three main concepts. First is engineering ethics, second is life cycle management, and then the third one is organizational safety culture. Okay, our primary duty is to protect human life, which is more valuable than any budget saving. And then every technical part has an expiry date. We must replace assets before they fail. And then for the third one is safety must be shared, non-negotiable value at all levels. Our final recommendation is first, mandatory for audits. All hospitals must pass a technical safety check every year by law. Second, regular training. Staff must practice realistic fire drills so they don't panic. And then lastly, infrared scan. Mandatory thermal scanning of all electrical rooms every 6 months. In conclusion, the HSA fire was a preventive strategy. Waiting to fix all infrastructure is a dangerous gamble. Our main message is that technology and safety upgrades are not extra costs. They are essential investment for saving lives. Thank you. That concludes our presentation for today. We are now open for any question. Thank you for your time.